Okay, I've been meaning to do a video about this. I saw this on Twitter a couple of times, and I saw it on the news. And when I see stuff like this, man, this is really these people fight for our country. And this guy lost his arm, I think his leg, if I remember right on here, and he starts talking about Biden shows up to this guy's room. Just this is really messed up. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, the president of the United States, like, it's like the president wants to see me. Like, yeah, he wants to come see you and like thank you and meet you. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, my buddy Ritter, he's a black Republican, and I'm like, yeah, I want to fucking meet the president. Who doesn't want to meet the fucking president? And he's like looking at me like, what the fuck? And it kind of makes sense a little later, but I was like, okay. And so I told him, I was like, hold all of my opioids, like hold all of my narcotics and stuff. Like I want to be coherent when I meet him. And they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, you're gonna hold all of my fucking drugs other than my antibiotics. Like I want to be coherent when I meet him. So like, okay. And my mom's like, fucking listen to him. And they held all my pain meds. They're like, he's, when is he gonna be here? Like he's gonna be here in about an hour. Well, 1 hour goes by, nothing. 2 hours goes by, nothing. I'm still keep coming in. Like, do you want, it's time for your meds. You want your meds? I'm like, nope, hold them, hold them, hold them. And like 3 hours goes by. It's like 4 hours at this point. And my mom's furious. Like, she's like, what the fuck? Like, where is this guy? And, I'm, uh, she like kind of sits up and I see her get a little anxious and she's like, okay, like the Secret Service are coming into the floor. He's probably going to be here in a few minutes. And then this average looking white dude with brown hair comes in the room, like presidential seal on his shirt and a black mask on with a presidential seal. And I'm just like looking at this dude, and he like passed down my mom, passed down my buddy. I'm like looking at this guy, and I'm like looking at my mom, my buddy, and this dude's just like standing in the corner of the room. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like over there, and I'm like, mom, and she's like sitting to my right, like, mom. She's like what? And she's nervous, and I'm like, is that the president? And like everyone in the room starts laughing, and the Secret Service agent starts laughing, and he like pulls down his mask, and he's like, no, he's like, but I work for him. And I was just like, what? I was like, well, this isn't the president. I was like, what do you mean you work for him? And I was like, oh my God, who's the fucking president? And just so much had happened, just had so much trauma on me. I had no idea who the president was. I didn't think it was Trump. I didn't think it was Biden. My
Jesus.
brain couldn't make the connection. I had no idea who the president was. And I'm like, holy fuck, like this dude's going to be here in here any minute. I have no idea who the president is. And I look over at my mom, like, mom. She's like, what? Like, what's up, sweetheart? And I'm like, who's the fucking president? And she's like laughing. And she's like, what? I'm like, who is the fucking president? And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, I have no idea who the president is. And she's like, sweetheart, it's like, it's Joe Biden. And this is just me talking about what happened.
Wow.
But I just leaned back and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And that's what I said. And the Secret Service dude just like beat red, like trying not to laugh. And I was like, fuck. And this dude, like 2 minutes later, he walks in with him and Jill Biden and their little entourage of people and like a photographer. And right away, like remember him coming up to me, trying to shake my hand, like try to shake my right hand. And I look at him and I'm like, I don't have an arm. And my left arm is in this big ass cast with this giant orange fucking foam block around it. I completely immobile. All I can do is move my head. My arm's gone. I'm like, I don't have an arm. And he says, oh, and like kind of stands up and then like goes over to reach for my fingers because about an inch of my fingers are showing and just like grabs my fingers. Doesn't say doesn't greet me or anything. Just that's what happened. Just grabbed my fingers, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And almost immediately starts talking like about how their son served in the military. Doesn't say anything about what happened. Starts talking about how their son served in the military. And
Wow.
my mom is just like, she's furious at this point. And they're like taking pictures and stuff. And she was like, my mom said this. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Say, I don't care what you guys fucking do. She's like, you better take care of him for the rest of his fucking life. And like she said that. And I'm sitting there, and he comes over to me, and he leans over me. And I have a picture of this to prove it. I'll show you this picture that I have. It's a pretty funny picture. He leans over me, and he's like this close to my face, and he's like, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
Yeah, he said, "What do you want?" I said, "What?"
Wow.
He said, "What do you want?" And I'm just like confused. I just got blown up. Just fucking saw my friends die next to me. I'm like, I just want to be myself. And he's like, huh? And my mom's furious. And she's like, he said he just wants to be himself. He just wants to be him. He said he just wants to be me. And he goes, oh, okay. And they just continue to talk about everything but what just happened. And then they just ushered him out of the room. He didn't know what to say. They ushered him out of the room, and that was that. And
Wow.
my mom tried multiple times to get help from them, reaching out to the first lady and try to get some legislation passed for caretakers like herself who own businesses who don't get any financial support for helping their fucking service member that just got his whole life torn apart. And she wanted to help other caretakers in the future have, because they didn't, there's certain amount of money that you can get as a caretaker depending on what you do, and or help, but it's a process. And so she was working through that, but she wanted to pass legislation for future caretakers to help get, like, hey, if you run a business and you need to come take care of your son who fucking, served their fucking country and just got blown up, like, you can do that and not have to worry about financial shit for a little bit. You know what I mean? And so she was trying to get help with that, and they just pretended to help. They kind of just fucking brushed her off and pretended like they were connecting her with the right individuals and didn't fucking help her at all. And so obviously, because of the Congress stuff now, my mom is since, going to be moving forward with some stuff with some individuals who are actually going to help, but nothing came of that. And yeah, that was 2 days after that. I'm in the I'm just in bed, and I'm telling the doctors and the nurses for a couple of days, for like 2 days. I'm like, I can't breathe. Like, I can't fucking breathe. And a buddy of mine, a doctor, works at the hospital. He's a resident right now. He was a reserve. He was in a reserve sniper platoon, and now he's in the Army as an officer, being a trauma surgeon, to be a trauma surgeon. And as soon as it happened, he fucking came in and he connected the Recon and Sniper Foundation guys, like got them to send out a flag and like decorate my room really nice and shit and be there for my mom and family. So he was there as a friend, also like working on me and stuff too, but or like helping with that. And also put a Marine Corps flag like right on the ceiling. And so
that's the Marine Recon Sniper Foundation.
Yeah, the Recon and Sniper Foundation.
So it's a nonprofit doing good things.
Yep. Yeah, very much so. And so they sent out a flag just to cheer me up and, fucking give me something to smile about. And so I'm like, hey, I can't breathe. Like, I'm struggling to breathe. And they're like, oh, you're fine. Like, you're good. You're good. Your pulse ox like is 98%. Like, you got like 98% oxygen in your blood. Like, you're good. I'm like, oh, I can't fucking breathe. Like, I can't breathe. And they're just brush it off. And they're like, you're fine. You're good. Next thing I know, 2 days later, I'm fucking tunnel vision, staring up at this Marine Corps flag on the ceiling, and then just blackout. And I wake up and I'm in Inova, Virginia now, and I had double pulmonary embolisms, one in each lung. Couldn't fucking breathe. They were racing back to my heart, and didn't fucking listen to me, and passed out, flatlined between there and getting to Inova. I flatlined like 3 or 4 times. They came in. One of the Marine Corps liaisons came in when there was a doctor literally straddling my fucking chest in the room, just fucking doing chest compressions on me, trying to fucking resuscitate me. And brought me back, started moving me out to the helicopter to life flight me there because I needed ECMO to like clean out my blood. And the only place I had ECMO was over there in Virginia. For some reason, Walter Reed doesn't fucking have it. State of the art facility. It's a great place, great people, but there's some things that aren't perfect. And so, of course, the one thing I needed, they didn't have. And they moved me out to the bird, and then I fucking crash again. I flatline again. They bring me back in. They resuscitate me. And now they're looking for a machine to fucking connect to me. And I fucking...
Anyways, this goes on for some time. I just wanted to show about what a piece of shit Biden is, man. Comes in there and starts telling him about his son, who didn't even die in fucking Iraq. He's been doing this a bunch. This stolen valor bullshit. His son died of cancer. And he keeps telling people, oh, he was a soldier and he died in Iraq and all this. And you know, the other thing is this crap with the VA, man. I've seen this firsthand, man. Like, it's really fucked. I mean, these people should not be treated this way, man. I mean, this poor guy is like, hey, I can't breathe. And they're like, oh, the machine says you're fine. Oh, no, he had a heart attack. What the fuck happened? Gee, I wonder if I gave him a fucking booster in there while he was in there. You know, it's just absolutely disgusting how we treat these people, man. It's really shitty. Should not be like this. I just can't believe Biden had the balls to come in there and say that to that guy. What do you want? Boy. Absolute piece of shit. Worst president in fucking history, man. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.